Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Astaria Dream and welcome to Third Eye Thursdays, where we are talking about how to open up the third eye and how to keep it open, how to create the lasting effects. Okay, so I started this little series. It was supposed to be a 4-part series on how to decalcify the pineal gland, because that's where we want to start. That's where we want to start because that's how we're going to create the lasting changes, right? Because we want to keep that third eye open. So last week was the last video. It was part 4. However, I said I might do a 5th one. So in today's, we're going to do a bonus video, right? So today's part 5. However, it's really just a bonus one, and we're going to go over some actual stuff that you guys need to know about to help open up the third eye by decalcifying the pineal gland, because we want to create those lasting effects and we want to open it and keep it open. Okay guys, I'll see you guys inside the video. Hello and welcome back to Third Eye Thursdays. This is actually our last time at the beach. I'm kind of sad, right? I came up here to do all the Third Eye Thursday videos. So we filmed all 4 parts up here, so I wanted to make sure we got the bonus video up here as well. So it's our last time up here. Yeah, kind of bittersweet, but I'm glad that we've got this little series out. So yeah, I actually don't film much of my tarot videos up here either, just because there's normally so many people and it's hard to hear. However, I decided to come up rather early this morning, so I was able to get away from the noise, right? So anyways, enough about all that in the beach. This lovely day. Let's jump right into the video. So if you guys are just checking out this video now and you haven't seen any of my other videos, we are doing a little mini series on how to open the third eye and how to create the lasting effects to keep it open. Okay, this stuff 100% works, 100% guaranteed. It definitely might take a little bit longer, but it's those lasting effects because we want to keep it open once it's open. So how do you open the third eye? Sure, there's a million different little things you could try, this, that, whatever practices, but we want to first start with decalcifying the pineal gland. So once you decalcify the pineal gland, then it's so much easier to connect the spirit world and keep your third eye open. So I'm just sharing with you guys my process and things that I started doing over the last few years that I slowly started incorporating into my diet or my lifestyle or just my life in general, right? And then I slowly started noticing I would get more intuitive, and I started opening these psychic channels, and that's how I got to where I am today. So I just want to share my process with you guys. The first video on this actually explains what the pineal is versus the third eye and the importance of it, and why you want to start off with with decalcifying the pineal gland when opening the third eye. So if you guys haven't seen the first video, then I'm going to drop a link right up here so you guys can go in and watch that first. Okay, I just recommend watching that one, and then you could jump back into this video. You could jump into any of them, but at least start with the first one because it kind of explains the process and why we want to decalcify the pineal gland, and how we're going to get to tap into our psychic senses, right? We all have them. We're just not shown how or taught how. So it's all our birthright. We all can open the third eye. We all can get intuitive. We all can open the channels of spirit once we know how. So this is my process and what I've learned. So I just wanted to share my truth with you guys. So I will say this, as I've said in all the videos, I'm not a doctor, right? So I'm not saying any of this is medical advice, because some of this stuff, pretty much all of it, does have some health benefits as well, right? So I'm just sharing what I did, that I found out worked for me. And then also, I'm not affiliated with any of this stuff, so I'm not getting any money. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just saying, hey, I did my research. I found this product. I tried it out. After taking it, I noticed this works. So like I said, I'm just going to share my truth. And yeah, so make sure to type in the chat what we're talking about, because this will actually reaffirm the learning. Because it's one thing just to hear it, but then if you have to actually type it, concentrate on that, it's like amplifying it even more. So definitely type in the chat what we're going over, reaffirm that learning, and then we'll jump right in. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about today is Gotu Kola. Okay, so what is Gotu Kola? Well, it's another Ayurvedic medicine, and it also helps decalcify the pineal gland. However, this one will help expand consciousness by shifting between brainwaves. It also uplifts oxygen levels and enhances the psyche by increasing the intuition. It also repairs nerves and tissues along with neural pathways from the brain and the body, and it will dilate your pineal, right? So then we can activate the third eye to get it open. So this one's another must-have. The one I have here today is just by Nature's Way. It's a vegan capsule. Got it on Amazon. However, any brand, anywhere you can get it, just Gotu Kola, another must-have. Okay, so the second thing we're going to talk about today is Ginkgo Biloba. So, what is this? Well, this is a form of Chinese medicine, and it's been used for over 5,000 years. So when you take this, it will increase your blood flow, which then increases your blood supply to the brain. And when your pineal is nourished and taken care of, this one will activate and awaken sleeping cells in the pineal, so we can activate the third eye. All right, so what else do we need to know about this one? Well, the sacred leaves and the sacred trees of this have been used to access higher dimensions and access ancient wisdom of the spirit world back in ancient China by the Taoist monks. So this one is another must-have if we want to open the third eye. The brand I have here is Now. It's just a veggie capsule. Again, got it on Amazon. Don't have to get the brand now. Don't even have to get on Amazon. But Ginkgo Biloba is definitely another must-have if you want to open the third eye. Okay, and I'm back for the third thing. Sorry to come over and swap picnic benches. It was getting a little bit sunny over there, so I just hopped over one. All right, so let's jump into the third thing that you need to know about today is mushrooms. Okay, but not all mushrooms are alike. So let's talk about two in particular, okay? So the first one we're going to talk about is reishi mushrooms. So what is this reishi mushroom? Well, it's another traditional Chinese medicine, and this one works and supports the whole endocrine system, which helps reawaken the pineal. It can help create meditative states, which helps us tap into our intuition more and get in that flow state, which we need to open the third eye, so we want those meditative states. And also, Taoist monks have even called it soul nourishment. So the one I have here today is just a powder. It's actually a mix, so I haven't taken it by itself. And as you guys know, I've been sharing the whole process with you. However, the mushrooms has been something I've known about, but I've held off on just because I'm not one who particularly likes mushrooms. However, this one is a cacao and reishi mushroom. And if you guys saw, I believe it was video 1 where we talked about the cacao and the importance of that with decalcifying the pineal gland. So this is like a 2-for-1, so you got two things. And basically how this one came into my life was I went to the store to go buy some cacao, and every time I was there, I couldn't find it, right? All I could find was this one. And so I was like, I'm not going to get that, because what I do with my cacao is I make it into a hot drink. It's like my coffee substitute in the morning. So who wants to drink mushrooms in the morning, right? So I'm like, no. I go back to the store again next month. It's still not there. Then I have this one. So after about the third time, I was like, okay, universe, I hear you. You really want me to incorporate this reishi mushroom into my life. So I bought it, and it's not that bad, right? Anyways, I mixed two of them together, but it's still fine by itself. I just add honey and some agave and sweeten it up, because remember, we talked about cacao is really bitter. So, and it's completely fine. So I had to listen and to the universe who wanted me to try some reishi mushrooms. So, like I said, all this other stuff I've been taking for several years, and I've seen the effects. This one, so the bag is almost empty. There's just 1 or 2 more uses left. I just got last month, so I'm still new on taking this. And like I've said in the past, and I'll just say it again just to kind of refresh everybody, is you don't need all of these. In fact, you don't want to go out and buy them all at once, because how are you going to know which one works better for you versus the other one? So start with one, give it some time, see how it develops within you, and then incorporate them, because that's what I did. I started working with one product at a time. I would get more intuitive, tapping those psychic senses, get in that flow, and I'd get excited, and so I'd try a new one. But wait until those effects start to happen. So like I said, mushrooms was one of those things I never thought I was going to try. However, I am here now, and we're trying it. I'm about a month in, and I don't know if it's if it's still too early to tell or not. However, I'm kind of glad that I'm incorporating one in this video that I haven't had that much time with, because now we could do an update video on this, right? And another month or 3 months or however long, right? I can come back and say, hey, I've been taking this every day in the morning with my cacao and here's how I feel. So it's good to see the progress of how it works with me. So if anybody has any experience with the reishi mushroom, please feel free to comment down below. Tell me your experience. Did it work? Did it help open your third eye? Help decalcify your pineal gland? Did it get you in that intuitive flow state? What are your experiences? I'd love to hear your guys' story. And again, we could do an update if you guys are interested. Also drop that in the comments below and let me know. I could check back in a couple months and let you know how this reishi mushroom is going and the progress for me. So this one is also Navitas. And what we talked about in video 1, the cacao I got was also Navitas. I get that because they say their cacao is 100%. It's raw and pure. It's also organic. You don't even have to get it with cacao. You don't even have to get it by Navitas. You can just get any kind of reishi mushroom. I know they come in capsule forms as well. Maybe there is another powder. Whatever you guys find. Try some reishi. I'm going to try it. We can meet back up here in a couple months and check in and see how your progress is going and see how my progress is going, okay? But if you are interested in this one, like I said, it's Navitas. Basically, almost every grocery store will carry it. That's where I got mine. Second type of mushroom that I want to talk to you guys about is one called Chaga mushroom. So I actually don't have any because, like I said, mushrooms weren't something I wanted to incorporate. However, this actually came into my life before the reishi mushrooms. I kept seeing chaga mushrooms everywhere when I started to look up how to open the third eye and how to decalcify the pineal gland. So it wasn't even until recently that I learned about the reishi. I always knew of the chaga. I just hadn't really fully done the research on it. I just saw it as something that was another good decalcifier, right? So I dove a little bit deeper for this video just to give you guys another option, right? So I don't have any experience with this one either. If you guys have tried any of the chaga mushrooms, please also let me know in the comments what you guys take, if it's a capsule or what you guys take, and then what effects you guys have noticed, because this will probably be the next step for me to try. However, like I just said, you take one, you take it for a little bit to see if it works, and then you try another one. So I actually didn't want to order it and then take it with this because I want to see the effects of them individually, and when I know one works, I can incorporate it in another. So here we go. We could have a new video when we do the update. I could say, hey, now we're trying the chaga one, and we could do the journey with that. If you guys are interested in that, also let me know. However, so here's what I found out with the chaga mushrooms while doing my research. So it does help activate the third eye because of it. It has one of the highest, richest sources of melanin in the world. Now, melanin in the body actually converts to melatonin. So we talked about all that in video 3 about the melatonin. And it also helps correct the production of melatonin in the body. So how it's being produced. So if we're not getting enough or we're getting too much, this will help correct how it's being produced. And then it also helps awaken the third eye. So I'm sorry I don't have one to show you. However, I do have something else that I'll show. Again, we're trying this out with the mushrooms. This is all new. The mushroom journey is new to me, right? So it's funny because before I even started this little series, I found a bottle of mushrooms on, of course, where? Amazon, as you guys know. I'm obsessed with them. And I was called to buy it. So I bought it, and it wasn't even doing the research yet on the chaga and the reishi mushrooms. I was just like, I need this for whatever reason. I intuitively knew, right? How do I intuitively know? Because I've taken all these supplements and powders, and I've tapped into my intuition, so I can just trust that flow, that it's not my ego saying, you want this, you need this, right? So I came across this bottle, and I'll show it to you guys. Now, this is not chaga. It's not reishi. However, the reason I'm incorporating this is because it has some of the other stuff we've talked about. So this is a brand by the Herban Shaman. And again, this one's still pretty new too. I've only taken it 3, maybe 4 times, right? So it says mushroom. I'm just going to read it. Like, this one's all still new to me. Mushroom brain support. So it promotes cognitive health, concentration, learning and memory, supportive, healthy cognitive function. So this one supports the brain in so much, and all of the functions that are also very important to be in alignment and to be in balance. And we know that the endocrine system is in the brain. So I figured, hey, if I'm intuitively feeling I need to try this, let's add this in. So I will let you guys know how this goes. again, like I said, it's got other things we've talked about. So we talked about the ginkgo. It's got ginkgo leaf in here. We talked about the Gotu Kola today. It's also got the Gotu Kola. So it's got a couple other things in it. It's got lion's mane. It's got a few other herbs we haven't talked about, but they're healthier, holistic herbs. And it's also got turmeric, which we didn't talk about, but that also does help with the third eye. So I'm going to try this one out. We're going to see how well it goes. Y'all want to let me know anything about your mushroom journey? Not any magical mushrooms. We're talking about Chaga and reishi. Please let me know, and I'll keep you guys updated with this one and how everything goes along with the mushroom journey. Okay, so for today's bonus session, I was only going to talk about 3 things because that's all I really had the experience with, and I didn't want to come on and say, hey, try this, try that. I haven't tried it yet. As you saw, as we got into point number 3. It was something I'm just now starting with. I've only been doing one of those about a month. However, I was able to find a couple other things we could talk about that I have had some experience with. So one of the things I do take regularly, but not quite daily, is something called ashwagandha. So I have it right here, and it's funny. So when I first heard about it, I heard it helps decalcify the pineal gland. But then when I went to do the research, like I always tell everybody, do their own research, I couldn't find anything on it. So I wasn't going to incorporate it in these videos. However, so I went to look it up again, and when I was looking up the mushroom stuff, and I found a few people actually talking about how this does support the pineal. There's not that much research out there, though. So it is something I do take. However, it's like an overall supportive thing for the body, at least what I've noticed. And what do I talk about, right? It's getting your body into alignment, alkaline your body, getting in that flow state so you can tap in the intuition, so you can open up your psychic senses, whatever it is you like. This has helped with that as an overall sense. Now, does it particularly work on the pineal? Some people say yes. There's not that much stuff out there. I just wanted to throw it out there as giving you guys something else, because as overall health and just balancing out the body, this is a great one, and it definitely helps keep me in that flow state. So the one I have here is just Nature's Lab. It's just a vegetarian capsule. This was another one I got on where? Ding, 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 Amazon, of course. So you don't have to get this one. You don't even necessarily need the ashwagandha. I would definitely start with the other things, but if anybody else takes ashwagandha as well, please let me know down below so I can hear about what you think about it. And then so for the 5th thing, I actually don't have with me, and this one actually does work with the pineal gland. I took it all of last year, and I chose not to take it this year because it made me rather lethargic, and it didn't matter if I took it at night to go to sleep. I still kind of felt drowsy that next day. So it's something called Tacky. I actually was looking up, oh God, back at the beginning of my awakening, I was like, third eye supplements, like third eye awakening, like how do you do it, right? I wanted to know everything. And so I came across a supplement that said, I think it actually on the bottle said third eye awakening. However, when I got it and I did the research on it, I realized it was really just Tacky Plus. So I can't find their website anymore. And again, I didn't want to order it again because it was just, I didn't like walking around feeling all sleepy all the time. So it was great, and it felt like it served a purpose. But again, for me, I would only take it at night. And I don't even think you necessarily need that brand. I did find it back on Amazon, even though I couldn't find their website. It says, I believe it's Third Eye Awakening. But any Tacky Plus should work because that actually does help with the pineal and help decalcify the pineal gland, right? So that's something you guys can also try. And again, if you guys have taken any Tacky or Tacky Plus, please let me know in the comments so I can hear your experience. We all vibrate differently, and what makes me tired may make you awake, and what makes you awake may not even do anything to me. So maybe you take it and you feel in complete alignment. It's great, and you start lucid dreaming, and you're tapped in the psychic senses. I don't know. We all respond to medicines differently. So if you have a really cool story to share with Tacky, please feel free to share because I'd love to hear about it. And then, so that wraps up the 5th thing, and that actually wraps up the series. Guys, we are closing out the little mini series. Okay, so thank you all so much who have been with me every week. We were supposed to do 4 weeks, and we got this awesome, cool bonus session again at the lovely beach. so happy to be out here in nature. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you guys have any third eye questions, also let me know. I'd be free to do a video on them or answer any question that you guys have. So until then, we will close out the series, and thank you guys so much. Be blessed.